people know her as, is their darling daughter. She was born in 1988, and Sky was still a PhD student, and they were living in Baranagar in India at the time. She obviously is a very multi-talented lady, and she has published her book, Jaya Law, and she has translated that into English. Yes, unbelievable young lady. And obviously she has been singing with her mother since, I think practically since she was born. She had no choice. And of course, and then on top of that, she's also into the Western world with her guitar and her band and into rock music. So tonight, I think the brother and sister will perform. She is a senior in UCSD and will be graduating next year. And Rick, who's also known as Bijan Babu, with some friends in Kolkata. Like his sister, he has also got many talents and traits, sister and family. Love of music and liking of debates and arguments on any subject. You didn't know that was coming to you, Rick. And obviously following in mother's footsteps, which many people didn't know, that mother was the intercollegiate debate champion. Jaya, I have to cooperate. And Rick is a junior in Los Gatos High School. So let's get them going.
Hi. My speech is very short. Lucky for you guys. Alright. When I was a little kid, my parents were like automatons to me. They just existed and functioned seemingly perfectly until one day, at the death of a relative, I saw my mother crying. It was a very weird experience. It was a piece of the puzzle that would create them into actual people for me instead of just authority figures. And now, as I am growing from a kid into an actual person, I am seeing a lot of them in my own personality. I feel like I've inherited my father's sense of humor and curiosity about the way the world functions. I think I've inherited my mother's indignation for the injustices that people face around the world. I know I've inherited both of their love for music and art and writing. But I also know that there are certain things that we don't see eye to eye on. Mostly aesthetic, like my tattoos or the rejection of any music made after the 70s. But sometimes ideologically too. What I really respect about my parents is that they have never tried to force their opinions on me, even though they have come from a culture where it's very easy and very common to do so. They have exposed me to Indian culture without requiring that it be my primary identity. Even though they have constantly pushed me to do my best academically, they've also had the wisdom to let me study what I'm interested in, and encouraged, even facilitated the most impractical of hobbies. So for some crazy reason I decided to have kids one day. I will certainly look upon their method of laissez-faire parenting as my guide. But until then, I will just congratulate them on their excellent decision to get married young. Thanks. And now we're...
My speech is kind of corny. Okay, so love comes easy, but maintaining that love is extremely difficult. For the past 25 years, my parents have done that day in and day out. Sure, they disagree over insignificant things every now and then, but at the end of the day, I've never seen that love dwindle. As their son, I sometimes take for granted their commitment because I spend so much time with them, but I always know that I'm probably the luckiest guy in the world. Having not just one, but two parents who love and care about me so much is easily the greatest thing a kid can have.